Rightio. Robbie, how you going, mate? How you going? I didn't think it was working. I was like, doesn't look like anyone's here. How you going? How you all going? Adrian, how you going? Mr. Binks, how you going? Nathan Mitchell, how you doing? Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. What's everybody up to on this Friday evening? All right, so I'll just say straight off the bat that I realise that 8 o'clock on Friday nights is probably not the best time because of, AFL football and NRL football and stuff like that. So tonight on this stream, we'll talk about that. TJ, what's doing, brother? Hey, X-Valium, what's happening, mate? Glenn Sanderson, Simon Volkmar, Yaska, how you all doing? Matthew McTeague, how he's going? Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, legends. Just waiting for Happy Gilmore too. Yeah, actually, I wouldn't mind to watch that myself, actually. Thank you, bro. Fresh new haircut. Thank you, mate. The Brisbane Lions. Oh, yeah, they're actually playing really well this year too. It's kicking along. Well, thank you, Sativa Nan. All right, happy days. Elizabeth, Hot Sauce, Brett James, Tickle My Talk, Kanish, Josh Rawlings, Wazza, how's all going? Nah, so only been live for a couple of minutes now. So just been live for a couple of minutes. Yeah, how do you say that, TJ? I heard you say it the other day. Hello, Mumsy. Thank you, AB. Thank you. Absolute legend. All right, let's get these things going. Oh, wait. It's supposed to be that one first. That you, David. What are you doing, cousin? I'm going to move this over here so I can see the comments properly. Talk about the Discord. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we can do that. So I'm still figuring out how to did you get my last message, AB? I'm still figuring out how to so I can see everyone chatting in there, but I can't chat. So I will talk to AB after this live and we will get that all sorted out. Richard, how you going, mate? TJ says he's got a question for me. Hey, Evie, how you going? What's your question, Big TJ? What's your go-to comfort meal? Well, I don't know. Good question. You know what? I'm partial to a good beef stroganoff, and I'm partial to I like pastas and stuff too. You know, I like carbonara and stuff like that. Yeah, so KFC definitely used to be my go-to meal. All right, sweet as. Thank you, AB, legend. Torrential rain heading Victoria. Yeah, it's been torrential rain here anyway. So we had beef Wellington. Yep, very good. Well done on your text. Yeah, so we had torrential rain here as well. So my roof actually started leaking the other day. Had to get that fixed. It was only one of the skylights, but still. I'm partial to a nice bowl of chicken beer. What's your go-to meal, TJ? I got a question, Biff. Is there compensation to families who lose a loved one through murder? Yeah, so crimes compensation. So yeah, victims of crime compensation. So look into that. That's how you do it. And there's all other things you can do as well. But yeah, definitely look into the victims of crime compensation grant or something like that, I think. Inside jail. Oh, if it happened inside jail, 100%. The, the, the family of that person is in for squillions. Like I'm talking millions and millions of dollars. When a serious duty of care gets breached like that, it's big money. Hey, Glenn Reed, thank you, Glenn Reed, for the super chat. Thank you, absolute legend. I just had a top-notch faux soup in Footscray. Yeah, see, I don't mind my soups as well. I don't mind soups. When I say that, like I haven't gone to many soup kitchens in and around Melbourne. I just like the ones around my area. I have gone to I don't know. There's a very famous Vietnamese what's it called? Ramen dish. TJ, you might be able to help me out here. Oh, so I've had that in one of these. Um, oh yeah, Sunday roasted pops, 100%. So Dougie Hughes is actually my cousin and has been my favorite cousin my whole life. He's an absolute legend. So that's why he said Sunday roast at Pop's house. So yeah, definitely. Surely there is a way that I can adjust the lighting situation here because it just doesn't look right. Like I've got my two stage lights going and it just doesn't look wait. Style. I will figure it out. All right, next banner. Let's go. So yeah, thank you to everyone, all of the gifters from last week. Thank you. You've all got a shout out. That what was going across the bottom of the page. This is a continuation of that because there was that many gifters. I couldn't fit them all on one banner. So this is a continuation of top gifters. Oh, nachos. I'm actually fond of nachos. Can anyone remember that show, Wilfred, the dog, the talking dog? Pho real. Pho is a Vietnamese dish. Hang on. Whoa. Pho is a Vietnamese dish with chicken cooked. Yeah, that sounds like what I had actually. You can do ghost lives, the Chaos Chronicles, which allows you to hold alive and play around with settings, appearance. Yeah. So that's something that we can do in the screen share on our Discord chat, AB. So yeah, while we've got 84 people in here, I just thought that I might add that I have realised amongst a million comments that were dropped on my video saying that I'm going live at 8 p.m. that 8 p.m. is a bad time I picked. Obviously, there are NRL and AFL football teams playing, other sports playing and whatnot. And Craig, what's happening, brother? And yeah, so what time and what day do you think? Let's get a vote going. What day do you think is the best day for everyone? I'm thinking Wednesday because Thursday's got AFL as well. So I'm thinking maybe Wednesday is the best day. What do you guys think? Hey Biff, watching your vids that encounter with the pigs was gangster. I'm an old boy. You should make a movie. Yeah, that would be insane. So yeah, I'm currently in talks with the yeah, I'm limited to what I can say. So what I will say is I'm currently in talks with the people that created Underbelly, and I've got two separate things happening with them at the moment. So just stay tuned. And as you guys not know, guys, yeah, I think so too, Brett. Craig, I think so too. But yeah, got some big things that are about to happen. And I mean, I'm not talking about a movie, obviously, but I'm talking about some TV things and and some live shows. So the same people that so I've had some event organizers contact me, and so we're currently in talks about creating a live show where I talk about my life. So these same people host underbelly nights and stuff with Andrew Rule and John Sylvester, so I'll be working with them as well. And yeah, so who knows? You know what I mean? Never say never. And I've got more front than Myers, so I don't mind approaching people and asking people. So, you know, if you never know unless you ask. True. Bikes, broads, and crime. Hey, I love that. Or Yaska, that's actually a good name. Hey, that is a good name, bro. Let's take note of that. That is a good name. Biff did watch Sons and Daughters back in the day. I did watch Sons and Daughters actually. So yeah, my dad used to watch that, I believe. I think I can still remember the thing. Sons and Daughters. Yeah. If we use that name for my live show, you will get a shout out, brother. I promise. But bro, that is a gangster gold. That is a gold name. Beaver bikies and criminals. I love it. So guys, obviously as more people get in here, it is harder for me to read every comment. I am semi bloody illiterate, and I am getting better at my reading though. But it does get difficult. So if I do miss your question and it is an important question you want to know the answer to, don't worry. I'm not going to pull you up for spamming a question that I haven't answered. So yeah, and another thing, you know, this isn't TikTok. You know, we're in the we're in the big boys pool over here in YouTube. So do you drink cordial or just drink to do you drink alcohol or just drink cordial? So yeah, so this is so whenever you see me with a drink in my hand, this one here, my Chaos Chronicles shaker that my mumsy made for me. Yeah, I always drink cordial. I don't drink coffee or anything like that. Last week you might have seen me having a couple of nightcaps of peanut butter whiskey, but yeah, I don't generally drink. Alcohol's never really done me many favors in the past. Yeah. Well, Robbie, did I give you a shout out and say thank you for that? If I did not, bro, I am so sorry. Thank you, mate. If you've seen the OG movie, The Magician, the school. Yeah, so you know the magician. So the magician, are you talking about the YouTube movie? So about Ray Shoesmith. So if anyone hasn't seen that, I definitely suggest after my stream you go onto YouTube and you look up the magician. And so that's where they got the idea for Mr. In Between. So that was the Mr. In Between before Mr. In Between became Mr. In Between. Fucking hell, how many times did I just say in between? Fish on. All right, Fish on says, what's your best memory? Sorry, guys, I just realized you could do that. So, what's your best memory or time in prison if there was one? All right. So, if I'm absolutely honest, so if you guys haven't seen my video, so I was the only prisoner in maximum security prison in Victoria that was allowed to have a pet. So I actually caught from the wild a cockatiel that it obviously was someone's pet that had flown away. And so it took me 3 months to gain the trust of this bird. And then yeah, I had this bird. The jail took this bird off me, and then I had one of the screws saying, nah, we're going to fight to have this bird back for you. We can see that since you've had this bird, it's changed your behavior. So, rah, rah, rah. And then the GM of Port Phillip Prison actually went into bat for me and said, all right, we're going to allow you to have your bird, but he has to be in a cage out in the chook pen. And I said, in the chook pen, are you kidding me? Look at some of the creatures that are in these fucking prisons. Like, no, unless I'm allowed to have a cage in my cell, I would rather Rhonda, the awesome legend screw who took my when they confiscated my bird, she took him home because they just threw him out the front and he would have got eaten by eagles and stuff because I clipped his wings and whatnot. And mind you guys, when you clip birds' wings, they grow back. That's not a life thing. But anyway, I got the bird back and I was allowed to have the bird. And so I had the bird for 2 years in maximum security prison. Funny story. The jail actually used to pay for my bird feed, which was pretty funny. But before they knew about him and before he got taken off me, I was on a gluten-free diet in prison because of my multiple sclerosis. And so I used to soak that gluten-free bread in water and all the seeds used to soak out of it and drop to the bottom. And then I used to feed him seed like that. And people were like, bro, that's a very smart thinking thing to do. So, yeah. Oh, thank you, Yaska. Hey, and I'll tell you something. JGB. So you couldn't have told me in a million years that I ever would have had a connection with that bird that I had. So this is how good that bird was, right? I could be on the total opposite end of the unit. So when you um, crop a bird's wings, they can still fly, but on a constant downward, action. So I could whistle him and he would fly from my cell and find me wherever I was in that unit. He was like a little sniffer bird and he'd find me out. And so what actually happened, I had some lifers say to me, bro, because there's this thing in prison where you've got to give all your shit away when you go, and if you don't give all your shit away, you're a piece of shit. And so I had all the lifers say, Biff, you got to give us your bird when you go. And I'm like, fuck no, I'm not giving you my bird. It's my bird. Like I love him. I'm taking him home with me. No way. And so unfortunately, so I named him Willie. And the funniest thing was, when the security come to took my bird off me, they locked the whole unit down and locked me down because I told the screw that I was going to end him. And so I got locked down straight away. But the whole unit was yelling out, free Willie, free Willie, free Willie. And then, yeah, I'll never forget it. The day they brought him back in a cage that I was allowed to have in my cell, Biff won. And yeah, the whole unit was just cheering. This is so good. I can't believe you got the bird back. I can't believe you fought the jail and you won. And the reason I did is because Rhonda fought on because I've got multiple sclerosis, and she said he needs him as a therapy bird. And they said, look at his past behavior over the last 6 years compared to the last 6 months when he's had the bird. Obviously, there's been a big change. And yeah, so they actually said that if it worked for me, that they were gonna try and do that for other prisoners. So they do that at Fulham Prison. You can buy a cockatiel now, and I believe I started that. But yeah, no, they never allowed it to happen, because what actually happened is people started seeing me with my bird and started catching putrid pigeons and seagulls and started taking them into their cells and trying to train them. But this is how trained my bird was. So before the screws knew about him, right? I had a cage that I made out of a box, and I ripped my fan to pieces and took the front and back of the fan, and that was the front and back of his cage, and that was under my bed. So every single time he heard the screws coming, he would run from the perch that was on the window, and he would run and hide in his little cage. Now there was a few screws that did know about my bird, and they used to spin out on how well I taught him to be able to hide from the screws. Birds are very, very smart, and I love that bird so much. Thank you, Glenn Sanderson. Hey, Biff, when you went to the slot for months on end, did you go back to your cell when you got out, or did you have to move? So yeah, generally, I'm what you call it. I'm an A2 asterisk prisoner, right? Which is the highest security rating you can get because of how violent I was in prison. And so an A2 asterisk just means that they've got to know where you are at all times. But the truth is, when you live your life the way I did in prison, there's three places you can go in maximum security: Scarborough North, Scarborough South, or Diosma at Barwon. And so they were my three general units where I would go. But I spent, in my big sentence, I spent 7 years at Barwon, and I spent probably three of them 7 years at Port Phillip. But on that 9 year sentence, I done 4 years and 9 months in the slot. And the longest segregation I done in one go was 19 months. Yeah, no. So what actually happened is somebody made somebody wear their TV as a hat, like one of those old school TVs, Tex, the original old TVs, what they used to have in prison. So yeah, someone made him wear that as a hat and whatnot. And yeah, I got charged with attempted murder over that. And then due to lack of witness cooperation, all charges were dropped. And on that day, I was allowed a slot 19 months later. Let's go. Dubby says, "G'day, Biff. Dubsy here. Keep up the good work. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're a nut. Nice. 19 months straight should be illegal. Yeah, look, and it takes a different kind of person to be able to come out of the other end of that 19 months, the same person who you went in the start of that 19 months. Don't get close to the TV. It will make your head square. Yeah. So he actually apparently got a couple of shank sandwiches in the neck. Yeah, it made the news that night. I was actually, and the screws were real smart asses about it, and it said that, which was really stupid. I was an A2 asterisk prisoner. They sent me to Loddon because of the riots, and they said, "Do you want to go to Loddon?" I said, "I'm an A2 asterisk prisoner, but yeah, all right." I lasted 6 hours. 6 hours I lasted at that place, and so yeah, I'll just be straight up with you. As I got there, and someone in a B rating prison, me coming from a maximum security prison, tried to tell me how I had to do my prison time, and told me that the way I do my prison time won't run in his prison. And yeah, next thing you know, that guy was wearing his TV for a hat, and his his Loddon issue kitchen knife for a necklace. Thank you, TJ. Much love, much love. What about Skinny Joe Molino? 7 straight. Yep. 100%, Craig. Big time. So, um, Yeah, big time. So believe it or not, you know how I done that video on Ange Goosis. I told you guys, you know that I'm friends of Ange Goosis. So Ange has reached out to me again, and I was actually speaking to his cousin yesterday for about an hour. So also watch this space for some very first time heard in Australia, worldwide, anything to do. If you guys know about the vampire killing case, of Shane Chartres Abbott, the guy who thought he was a vampire but went around sour graping women and was unalived. So, yes, I have just secured the whole brief to that. So, oi, text dead set 100%. Oh, someone's just dropped the four Fs. I know what that means, but probably a lot of people don't know what that means. What's the best and worst prison I've been to? So the best prison I've been to was on my first sentence for my very last week. They sent me to Durrangol. So that joint was crazy. That's like there's not even any walls at that joint. And I promise, if I was there for longer than a week, I was gone. I'm telling you that. But awesome training facilities there. They've got free weights and stuff. I don't know if you guys know, but they discontinued all free weights in maximum and medium security prisons. Yeah. I think your channel's awesome, bro. Thank you, Deja Vu. Thank you, mate. Yeah. Good idea. Cyborg boxing. Yeah. I lasted 10 days, then off to Uncle Frankie. Oh, yeah. Where'd they send you? Beechworth? Oi, bro, Tex, you probably done time with my brother, bro. Tex, you've probably done time with my brother, bro. Intriguing how big fella is comfortable sitting in silence when people expect him to elaborate on topics. If he doesn't see fit, he just ignores about without getting baited. Biff is a proper man. Oh, thank you, bro. Yeah, I mean, so obviously a lot of people know what club I used to roll with and stuff, but I just don't talk about it, you know? Oi, yeah, you definitely do then. My brother was in there in those over those years, 100%. So from he done 2000 to 2001 and then from 2001 until 2003, he was released just before my first son was born. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, Frankie always ran the kitchen, eh? It's wild as fuck that sour grapers can roam the main. Yeah, oi, let me tell ya. So like 100%. So 100% Tony Laguencio was an absolute um like weapon and a feared prisoner. But yeah, 100%. And I don't care. I don't care about the backlash. Like I said in my video, it is what it is, and I'll say it how it is. Real crooks should not respect that behavior, and I do not and will not ever stand for it. And yeah, but that's a true story. He was actually released from he used to go daily, released into protection and at Barwon, and they to um Grevillea, I think it's called, and he would do the sex offenders course and then he would come back. Evie, sorry. Guys, I'm so sorry. It is hard to keep up with the comments. I do apologize. So the two people that are dropping them numbers, are you guys still involved with that club? Tell the story about the prisoner calling a taxi. Oh yeah, guys, do you want to hear one of the funniest stories about smoking Buscopan? So I don't know if you guys know, but Buscopan, right? That stomach, um, that drug that's made for stomach bugs or stomach problems. So anyway, smoking that is not a good idea, and I do not recommend it. You will regret it. And anyway, so I oh yeah, deja vu, awesome. Yeah, yeah, sweet. Did I ever meet you, bro? Did we ever meet? Yeah, so anyway, on this day, so I was actually sent to what some people call the Nuffer unit. I don't agree with it, but I was sent to the IDS unit for constant trying to allegedly burn my cell down because I wasn't getting my own way. And so anyway, when I was in that unit, I seen some funny things, but this is a true story, right? So this guy literally walked up to the screws desk 100% naked, had a shower cap on his head, and was wearing, so you know, the boxes that the gloves come in. So he was wearing those as shoes, walked up to the screws desk and asked the screws if they could call him a taxi to the library. He was 100% serious. This is how far gone he was, right? The screws, I'm looking at the screws going, what the fuck? And so anyway, they're like, yeah, no worries. Go wait up in your cell. The taxi will come and get you from your cell. So next thing you know, they send this guy. So this guy was from African descent. I'll say his name because he won't care. Irks. And so yeah, he was a little bit screw loose. They sent him up to his cell, and yeah, this is they sent him up to his cell, and then yeah, the taxi came for him, which was the SOG, and escorted him straight to the library, which was the slot. Um, this is a dead set example of building a community off the back of being real. Haha, most prisoner maxes gotta go to water with the slightest scrutiny. Biff sits there with current members in the chat, no issue. Yeah, 100%. It is what it is. I didn't leave on bad standing. The boys in the chat that were there will tell you that. Do you know what I mean? But the reason I don't talk about it is because I don't want to, I left on good standing, and I want to keep it that way. It's a part of my life that I don't have the um a, I don't have the privilege of talking about anymore, so I don't. And I think that I've got so much else crazy shit in my life to talk about that, you know, we don't need to hear about that. And I was just asked you the funniest thing you've seen, but that may have been it. Yeah, maybe. That was maybe one of the funniest things I used to do. So I used to get, I would have the whole yard like literally on the ground rolling around. So I would do this character. I would do this character, which I would call Harry, and that's my like alter ego name. And I would get my boob shorts, and I would tuck them up like Chopper used to wear them, and I'd get my thongs, and I'd walk around the yard, and I'd be talking exactly like this, and I'd be going, yeah, like fucking oath, mate. I've just done like fucking bricks and that. Just done 10 bricks, eh? Like, don't come up and talk to me unless you've done 10 bricks, eh? I've done 10 bricks. People would be like, a brick's 10 years. So in order to do 10 bricks, you would have done 100. Yes, brother, I've done 100 years, bro. I'm 42 years old, bro. I've done 100 years. And yeah, Harry was my little character. And I used to have screws, and everyone used to love it. Yeah, I literally had no shame in prison and like to keep it that way, you know. Um, and also I'm all for trying to make everyone else laugh because everyone else having a shit time, yeah. So if I can make at least one person have a good day, then that's my day done, you know. Do you get do you go to visit mates in prison? So I haven't in about 12 months, but I'm about to go start visiting um people in prison. And just so you guys know that I don't talk shit, I'll show you my visit list. Well, I'll show you one person anyway. Not that anyone thinks, but you get the average troll from here there that says, "Oh, you're talking shit, Biff, mate." There's people in the chat that have lived that life with me. It'd be absolute just stupid of me to start talking lies on my page. It'd just be dumb, and like people would 100% come on and like tell everyone that I'm lying. Don't worry about that. So I'll go to my email a prisoner account. So yeah, I still stay in touch with serving prisoners. The thing is, right, anyone that's in the chat right now will agree with me that when people get out, they tell you they're going to do all these things for you. Oh, bro, I'll fill your account. I'll do this. I'll help this. I'll go do this for your missus. I'll buy this for your kids. Dicks. No one does nothing, right? So I stick by my word. Every single person I said that I would chop out after I got out, I still do. All right. So can you see that name there? Wait, probably not. Hang on. I have to do this. If you can't see what that says, I'll read it out to you. That says Evangelos Gousos, who is one of my best mates, and so also one of the underbelly people. Biff, have you ever have any run-ins with Viets or Cambodians from Southeast Melbourne, Cambo clowns? Oi, bro, funny you say that. So, like, I kind of did and I didn't, bro. So we actually had these group of Cambo clowns say about me and my best mate that they were gonna snip us up and our families will find us under our floorboards. Well, I'll tell you what happened on that. Yeah. So that person was holding a party at his house that night, and he had literally 26 carloads of people rock up, 26 carloads plus 4 van loads of people rock up. We had over 70 people rock up to say we ain't getting snipped up and going under any floorboards. So yeah, I had one run in with the Cambo clowns, but after that it was all sweet. Thank you, AB. Thank you, mate. Well, Wazza says, keep it up, you Don. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for dropping the super chats. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are absolute legends. So Tony Smith was just in here. He was our number one gifter. And yeah, like what's going on down there on the little banner there. We will top gifters down the bottom there. Always get a shout out on my very next week's live. I'm not like these other creators that just take all your money and take it for granted. No, not at all. I use every single cent of my money to make this page better. Um, Hey, Biff, if your home gets invaded by knife wielding muds and you pop them and get prison time, how would the guys inside prison look at them? Like if you went to prison for defending your family, bro, you'd be seen as a legend. Like you'd be seen as like a stand up guy. 100%. Oof, Emmett Young, thank you for the super chat. Absolute legend. We're loving what you're doing, lad. Thank you, guys. You know what? I just love all the positive feedback that you guys give me all the time, and it's the shit like that that pushes me on to do better things. And believe me when I say that there's so many good things happening in this space over the next couple of months. And I also a very very smart businessman move is to never ever let anyone know what your next move is, and that very much um, stands for this kind of world as well. When you make a real change, Biff, people notice. Thank you, Deja Vu. Thank you, mate. Thank you, buddy. Wait, 39K subs? I've gone up to 30.9K subs. Let's go. That's pretty good. That's nearly 1,000 subs in one day. That's pretty good. That's at least it's somewhere between 750 and 1,000 anyway. OG Crypto, thank you. We're happy to have you on board. Beauty. Biff, it must be a cool buzz seeing your channel grow. Also, your live streams have a decent group of peeps and generous. 100%, like a very, very, very decent group of people, and also very generous, and I'm also very thankful. But what's more, guys, is we're building a legit little community here, and I know you guys all feel it and know that it's happening, and I love this little community that we're building here, and just know that, yeah, like that love is real. Like I'm loving it. Yuri Hatore says, love your content, Biff. Keep it up, bro. Thank you so much, legend. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, C1. Thank you, mate. Thank you for loving the stories. Hey, AB's a real one. Hey, we just got Dancer. Thank you. Dancer just joined the new members ranks. Let's go. Let's go, Dancer. At least offered himself one less piece of shit to worry about. The Jacks popped him, but can't complain though. I'm not a fan of the Jacks, but I'm also not a big fan of, 100%. And he was the most putrid of the putrid. Oh, thank you, Craig. Thank you, mate. That's the goal. That's the goal. That is the goal. To get to 50,000 would be absolutely awesome. And absolutely doable with the way things are going at the moment. Absolutely doable. M Chem says, that's awesome, brother. Can't wait till you hit 500,000 subs. You will get there soon, bro. Thank you, mate. And you know what? I honestly really, really believe that, consistency is key, and also building a solid community on YouTube is a key as well. And like also doing collabs is key as well. Too many of these YouTubers are up their own assholes and think that they're better than other people. I don't think that I'm better than anyone, and I definitely don't think that I'm better than any other YouTube creators. And I'm all for doing collabs. Anyone wants to do collabs, shout me out. Let's collab on. Thank you, Yaska. I'm sharing you around all platforms, just like TJ's channel. I get behind the reel. Thank you, brother. And yeah, as always, guys, shoot over there and show TJ some love and shoot him a follow. He's absolutely grinding over there too, and he's an absolute gentleman, and his work is absolutely so professional. Sorry, I am on a pension. Sub to you yesterday. Thank you. Look up Melbourne historical crime. The most knowledgeable historian on Melbourne street crime, 1980. Wow, that's actually good to know. We should talk about that. Yeah, oi, he's very, very professional, and his edits. If I could edit like TJ, wow. Please don't start a Suvalaki caravan franchise. Yeah, I don't think that went well. What's TJ's channel name, please? So it is TJ, one of those underline score thingies, official underscore line thingy, MELB. So TJ official Melb. So if you just type that in, TJ official Melb without the underscore things into the YouTube search engine, you should be able to find it. Yeah, it didn't last very long. What did it last? A week? But seriously, that's kind of like moving in on someone's like territory, like similar kind of thing, you know. And as you guys know, Coburg is like the Coburg, Preston are the, they are the meccas of the Muslim caravan foods like HSPs and all them lovely, lovely foods, kebabs. How's the pups going? Yeah, good, mate. Good. Been watching your vids the last few weeks. Keep up the good work. I spent a bit of time in Benalla back in '98. It was pretty wild in the ghetto. I was there. I was there then. I was only a young buck, but I was still there then. Thank you, Happy Days. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, mate. Thank you. I'd never experienced a HSP until I got out after doing my 9 years. And my kids were like, Dad, you got to try this HSP. I've never looked back. Oh my God, yes, Craig. So my mum just told me about that. If you guys didn't know, Paul Hogan died. My God, what an absolute Aussie icon that guy is. And Aussie, we've lost two legends this week. My son is addicted to HSP. Biff, you goof. Yeah. Oh, Ted Bullpit. How good. Yeah, who did I say? I said Hulk Hogan. Oh, Hulk Hogan. No, no, wait. Hulk Hogan? No way. Someone said Paul Hogan. Oh, no. I thought my mum said Paul Hogan. So SRH Ando 420 Oz. I've known him for many, many years. So he's a Benalla lad. And yeah, TJ and I were filming in Benalla, come across him. What's actually so shattering is half an hour after we left, there was a big, big standoff. A house got burnt down. Like it was full on and we just missed it. Would have been content gold. Stephen Spadotto, your thoughts on police brutality and does it contribute to crime? I actually used to have this T-shirt that said "Help Victoria Police, bash yourself," and yeah. So I absolutely think that that contributes to crime. How is anyone supposed to respect people that are supposed to enforce law that are acting just as bad as the criminals? That's how I look at it. I think so, Craig. A lot of asteroids over the years. Love that video with TJ and the police. Oh yeah. Did you see the one on my channel? Um, TJ, obviously because we post different content, I get away with a little bit more. But yeah, I definitely wasn't going to be giving him my name and my address. That's for sure. I was a passenger of a vehicle. I hadn't done nothing wrong. And what's more, every single one of them that was there knew my name anyway. Would buy that T-shirt as merch if you want to make it happen. Okay, what T-shirt was that? Hey, thank you, Sammy DT DDs. Love the channel, Biff. Can you tell us about the worst cellmate I had? Paul Haig, Paul Stephen Haig, Victoria's worst serial killer, and like an absolute mental case. Literally sleeping with one eye open and one hand on a shank every single night. Thank you, Sammy DDs for the super chat too. Thank you. Much love, guys. Much love. So all these super chats will get their own shout out video, and then obviously, yeah, you can see the banners going across the bottom there. All super chats will get a shout out throughout the whole live as well, along the bottom and whatnot. Just try and give back as much as I can. What else is everyone doing on this Friday night? Yeah, so all right, we're going to be going live on Wednesday nights from now on, or if I go live on Friday nights, it'll be at 5:30 or 6 o'clock, so we can all get back and watch the AFL and NRL. Let's go. Hey, there's so many cool things on here that I don't know what it does. I don't know what they do. Let's find out. What does this do? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Karishna, and we are gonna get you into a very good relax. Okay, now what I need you to do is ease your mind and empty. No, that's not how. Sorry, had to do it. That was Karishna. Glenn Reed, thank you for the super chat, legend. Oh yeah, you picked up on that. That's it. My name is Charisma, as in charisma. What's my favorite artist or band? All right, so I love a bit of country. Garth Brooks is way up there. I like 90s country. I like the new country and stuff as well. But I like southern rock, elastic band. Jock strapping his elastic band. You're a legend, Craig. You're funny. Thank you, Aussie Wolfhound, and also, and thank you, Glenn Reed. I think I said thank you, but just in case I didn't, is that Haunted Walk tour that used to start at the Haunted Bookstore in Melbourne still being ran, and any plans of doing some paranormal vids? So, yeah, I've been getting asked a lot to get back into the paranormal. A lot of people don't realize that I used to do paranormal. But yeah, it's definitely something I'll do in the future. I love the paranormal. I'm a firm believer. Yeah, no, but I love all my metal as well. Like, I love metal as well. Subwoofer, what's up, Subwoofer? Was Tony Smith, thank you for the super chat. Was there a high rotation of screws, or did they stay for years? So towards the end there was kind of like a higher rotation, but generally they stay for years. I don't know why. The pay's not great. The corruption pays better though. I think, the corruption superannuation is what keeps them going. Yeah, so I love bands like Parkway Drive, Bullet for My Valentine, Atreyu. SRH Andrew, thank you. I've got a message on Kick. I'm actually going live on Kick and Twitch at the moment. Hey mate, look, I appreciate it, but I think I'll just get my own flow going. Yeah, I've seen so many bands live, like Tool. I love Tool. I've seen Tool live twice. I've seen so many bands at the big day out. Paul Haig did kill his cellmate. Yes. Stone Temple Pilots, yep. Pretty partial to them. We're trying, brother. We're trying. All we can do is try. So every time I'm going live here, so I've got Kick and Twitch channels with the same name. So yeah, I also am gonna start doing. A lot of guys have asked if I game and want to join some gaming with me and stuff like that. So we're going to be doing a little bit of gaming on Twitch and stuff like that. Grinspoon, yeah, didn't mind Grinspoon. Aussie Crawl, yeah, Aussie Crawl. Oh, you're a legend. Thank you, JH. Commit yourself to 5. Absolute legend. Chaos, that is my fave. Oh man, that was my launch. Oh yeah, nice. Deja Vu, thank you so much for joining as a member. Absolute legend. Come to Twitch, YouTube chat so we can get Biff some subs. Yeah, that's it. Jump over there. Drop me a sub. That'd be absolutely awesome. Amel and the Sniffers now, bro. What, is that a band name? Amel and the Sniffers? That's funny as. What game are you interested in playing? So I mainly play Call of Duty, I'm actually pretty good at it, and yeah. So mainly that I play a little bit of Daisy. I don't mind Daisy. A little bit of Rust. Simon Volkmar, good night, brother. When while in Port Phillip, I used to get red-headed matches in from the outside, not to mention the COs. Yeah, 100%. It's just too easy to get it done, isn't it? Nah, so I haven't. I want to try Tarkov actually. Yeah, the Beware of OG t-shirts where it's like a Beware of Dog sign. I've crossed out the D so it says Beware of OG. Yeah, it's selling good. What COD am I playing at the moment? Um, 6. Yeah, we'll definitely get into it. I'll So what we're going to be doing is yeah, it'll all drop over my YouTube in the next week anyway, so you will all know what's going on for all those that are interested in the gaming as well. So here's the 100% truth. So gaming actually helped me step away from that life. It was just so good to be able to jump on Call of Duty and like shoot people and not get in trouble for it. It was awesome. Thoughts on the new Western Plains prison? Just do you reckon it will be a hard prison? I think that like every single new prison, it will at the start be a pretty hectic place because like they always hire new screws that like haven't worked before and they have no idea how to run a prison. So it's usually like, you know, pretty full on. Yeah, I don't mind Battlefield either, actually. All right, Craig, mate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've added you as a. I think that what does that star mean when I add the star on your name? I think that means you're a favorite chatter. Is Port Phillip closing down? Yeah, I think it might be almost very much closed down right now. If not, it'd be very close. Oi, 100%, bro. And don't worry, mate. I've lost a child as well, and it helped me get through that as well. Thanks heaps for joining, Craig. Legend, mate. Do something on prison reform. I'd love to do something on prison reform. I'd love to get involved with that. That's the biggest reason we have recidivism is because there's nothing for crooks when they get released. Really about that time. Joint was future just set Borrowdale. It was clean in there. Yeah, Borrowdale was always clean. I actually didn't mind Borrowdale. It was better than the slot. You got 2 hour runouts instead of one. At least you can have like 5 or 6 people out on your um wait, no way, you were too? Craig? That's awesome that I've got so many old members watching. I love that. Hey Biff, I see a lot of screws from PPP didn't get a gig in the new prison. I wonder why. Uh, and you know why? It's because of the corruption. Yeah, that's mad, Mr. G7. I'm glad that your brother got out and started doing that. That's absolutely awesome. Thank you, Fish On, for the $5. Thank you for the super chat. All right, so Mr. Binks the cat. So please, remember how I said I'm about to drop new merch? So I have V-neck singlets. So those, those training ones. I don't know if they're training ones, but they're like the V-neck ones. I have female hoodies. The ones that end here, and yeah. So I'm dropping a whole heap of new female merch. Oh, bro, yeah, the breaches of IVOs. Does Jazza run Wodonga? Oh, I don't know, bro. Um, don't know. I used to work in the sewing room at Fairleigh. We made the greens for the male prisoners. Oh yeah, mad. Yeah, I did know about that. Awesome. Yeah, no, we'll definitely stay tuned. It'll be finished by the end of the weekend. I've just got some glitch going on my merch thing at the moment, so but don't worry, I will get it sorted. Vic Vic Prisons versus New South Wales is confusing. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, beanies as well. Yep. So definitely, and hats as well. Did you ever get women sending love letters in prison? Yeah, so I did. Yeah. Obviously, I had a few from outside and stuff like that. Um, I could probably find this photo. Thank you, K Top. Doing well, thank you. If someone's in and out of prison a lot, has mates in lockup, say they go back after a few years, will everything be okay for them when they go back, like all the mates and such? Yeah, so everyone will remember you and stuff like that. How long does a criminal record follow you after release in Victoria? Forever. So now they've even started rolling out that you can't get real estate. You can't get real estate in Victoria if you've got a criminal history. Receiving mail is the best, isn't it? How good is it? Check your mailbox. Yes, I've got friends. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I figured that's what it was reference to. I know what AML is. Yeah, for life. Let's go. Receiving mail in prison. Yeah, very good. You got me. My mouth was open. Collingwood. A lot of loose bums on that stuff. Yeah, I wasn't gonna go there, but as soon as you did, yeah, yeah, definitely. It's a relaxation one. Who was the worst revolving door? Um, Probably this dude called Terry. I can't remember his last name, but he was a little bit, he was about 5 bottles like stubby short of a six pack. But yeah, that guy was literally back. He'd go and he'd be back in a week later every time. Craig's Catfish, how you going? Does anybody? I'll give you a wrench. Can you rely on me to go too far, Biff? I mean, yeah, 10-inch Terry was a ringer from out west. 10-inch Terry sounds like a porn name for sure. Did prisoners like Paul Hay get a lot of letters from strangers? So he does. He get a lot of letters from weirdos that, people that are like obsessed with serial killers and stuff like that. I'm so used to going live on other platforms where, um, yeah, you can't do that. What I just did. When I was in my mid-20s, I luckily got robbed 2 weeks before I got raided, so no jail time for me. Damn, that's luck. That's luck at its best. When your misso is bigger than you and you could nearly beat you up, but you maybe give a few, will people hate you? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's changed a lot. The whole equal rights, equal lefts things gets around a bit now, and like, yeah, like I'm not for hitting women and that, but like, if I'm just minding my own business and some random chick is gonna start throwing haymakers at me, I'm gonna make her stop. I'm not gonna like hit her, but I'm gonna make her stop, and then probably put her in a guillotine or a arm bar or something, and make her rethink her silly decision. Ever had a crime committed on you on the outside? Bro, I've been stabbed 7 times, been shot, um, had my house robbed, um, someone stole my letterbox. I had a girlfriend that used to punch me. I never hit her and didn't hang around for long. I would have. Yeah, same. I won't stand for that shit either. Like I hate domestic violence and all that bullshit. But yeah, I can't stand it when like yeah that kind of stuff. Stole my letterbox. Sorry, I had to chuck it in there. Oi, do you want to know the funniest, stupidest thing I ever got charged for? All right, true story. I'm about 20 years old. I'm driving through the main street of Benalla in my panel van, and I see this thing in the sky that looks like a spaceship at first. I'm not going to lie. But then it looked like a hang glider was falling out of the sky and spinning out of control. And so I'm driving straight towards this thing, and it's slowly coming down, but spinning out of control. And it still looked like a hang glider. And so I noticed that it was coming down at the airport. So silly me gets out onto the runway in my panel van and start following this thing. And what it was, you'll never believe it. It was actually a gazebo from someone's backyard that had been taken away with the wind. And you know what I got charged with? Theft by finding. I found that. It fell out of the sky, and literally, I had people at the airport saying, yes, that fell out of the sky. But the police, when I tried to tell them, me being the criminal I was, that I found it because it fell out of the sky, do you reckon they were going to believe that in a million years? That is the most bullshit sounding story you ever heard. And that was the silliest charge I got, theft by finding. And I literally found it from the sky. I don't know whose backyard it came from. That's not where it came to me from. Theft by finding. Yeah, that's a charge. Theft by finding. Oh, mate, I got a million of them. A million of them. Like the time when my mate did inherit a hang glider, and yeah, we well, I decided that we are going to strap it to my mate's the roof of his Gemini, and on quick release straps, and get them to do like 120, 130 down the highway, and I was trying to take off. And so what actually happened was I nearly got ran over. So what actually it got lifted up into the air like that, and I thought, yes, let go, let go, let go. And so what happened? One of them let only one of them go at one time, and then it fell straight over in front of the Gemini. The whole hang glider flipped over onto its back, and the Gemini, I remember looking up, and the grill was right there. Good times, better people. I'll be here till Tuesday. Try the shrimp. Cracking varieties. Yeah, good stuff. When you say inherited, yeah, so one of my best mates inherited everything from his dad when he died. That was one of the things he inherited. He had no intention of using it. I had every intention of using it, so I thought it was only fair. And plus, I did want to jump off Mount Separation and just give it a red hot crack, but no one would drive me up there to jump off, so I didn't. And yeah, I just figured he wasn't going to use it. I wanted to use it. What better way to practice hang gliding? Um, yeah, but that was the first and only time I tried hang gliding from off the top of a roof of a Gemini. Probably the only person in history to ever do that, actually. Thank you, Van Vada. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Rex Beck. Loves the chat. Waste not, want not. Yeah. Well, if I had have had somebody that would have taken me to Mount Separation, which is probably as high as that, I was really ready and willing. Like, I've seen movies, I've seen Con Air. I, I lived in Benalla, which is actually called the Glider City. I'm basically a qualified pilot, if you ask me, in that respect. That is. I think Con Air played a big part in it as well. And also my son has a flight simulator on his Xbox, which is I'm pretty sure how the 911 guys got there. Basically a sugar glider. Yeah, look, I'm not saying that it would have went to plan, but it was definitely a plan to go to do that. Oh yes, hot sauce, bonnet surfing through the paddocks in summer. Oh my god, how good is that? That bring back some memories. The old bonnet surfing to infinity and beyond. Yeah, look, the funniest thing is my mate's farm was right there, and then about 100-meter drive, and then straight out onto the Hume. And so my mind of thought was it's 80 it's 80 speed limit here. It's 110 on the Hume. So we jumped out onto the Hume to the next turn off, and all these people are driving past us in their trucks and cars and that. And here's me on the roof on the Hume in a hang glider. And those little sleeping bags where you got to put your legs in, they're dangerous, eh? especially when you flip over in front of the car. Dangerous, dangerous. Paddock bashing is an Aussie rite of passage. Correct, correct. Bonnet surfing, especially if you were driving. Oh, 100%. It's the same when you're driving the boat when someone's wakeboarding or skiing, especially on the kneeboard as well. Just whip them. Sandhill surfing. Yeah, we done a little bit of that at if you guys know where Kilcunda Beach is, just on the other side of Phillip Island. Thank you, Michael Chandler. If you write a movie, I'd find some way of financing it. It would be awesome. Well, maybe the people we need to speak to is the fellas I'm going to meet with next week. This Andrew Rule and John Sylvester, the creators of Underbelly. That'd be the go. Yeah, Kilcunda Beach was mad. Good beach. You got to be a good surfer though. Shore breaking waves. A lot of rocks there too. But like a lot of surfers jump off the rocks there. Thank you, JTB. Underbelly chaos. It's a jungle out there. I'm a. I've kind of taken my old illegal business mind and adapted it into this legal business mind. And so yeah, you'd have to be like doing pretty well to pull the wool over my eyes in that respect. Club dues in church. What were you filming? Paying? Yeah, Adam Shand. I'd like to meet him actually. He's someone who's on my reach out list. There is a lot of geniuses in prison. This is a fact. That's true, AB. Absolutely, mate. I can't even say that word. Inviolable. Any of your ink from inside? Most of it. Most of my ink's from inside. So I've got a shirt on as well. But yeah, this whole sleeve is pretty much from inside. My knuckles, my kids' names here. I've got tats on my leg. I've got heaps of inside ones. Thoughts on Tasmania's underbelly? Is this the new one that they're doing at the moment? Is this the new underbelly that they're filming right now? Tell a story on how to light a smoke from the PowerPoint. All right. So don't try this at home. We do not condone the use of stupidity. Also, I am a trained professional in lighting from PowerPoints. But anyway, what we used to do, we used to get shower gel. We'd put it in this plastic spoon, and then we'd get two wires. We'd put one in the negative, one in the positive. You'd put the wire from the negative one. You'd sit that in the actual liquid of the your shower gel, and then you would hold it up, and you would just touch the positive on that, and it would create an arc about that big, and then you would that would create a fire. Um, this is all alleged what people do, of course, and we would never, ever, ever condone this kind of behavior. Did I ever end up making a clip on making a tattoo gun in prison? Yes, definitely. Definitely. Just in one of my playlists, I've got 256 videos. So I'm sure you'll find it in there. Just type in homemade tattoo gun or something like that. Alrighty, guys. I am going to jump off in 5 minutes. I've got my son just got here today, and yeah, I am going to cook us up something to eat. Have I ever considered another cockatiel? I have. I actually, so probably not a cockatiel. I want to get him. I want to get a macaw or an echolactus parrot. Did I ever hear about the bloke sprayed chili oil and Bunnings that sentenced to 16 months in jail? Nah. Thank you, Tex. Absolute legend, legend, legend. And yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to give everyone another shout out here who's super chatted tonight. So we got Glenn Reed, Robbie, Fish On, Glenn Sanderson, Dubsy, Fish On again, Tony Smith, AJ Park, Wazza, Colin again, Robbie again, Emmett Young, Uri Hitore, Dancer, Board of Membership. Thank you very much. Stephen Pedotto, Sam DDs, Glenn Reed, Aussie Wolfhound, Tony Smith, SRH Ando, Deja Vu, Fish On again. Thank you very much to all you legends. Oh, wait, I missed a couple more. No, wait, did I? No, I didn't. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, JGB. Absolute legend. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Much love straight back at you, guys. And yeah, so remember, this Wednesday we will be live. And if we're live on Friday, it will be at 6 p.m., not 8 p.m. So remember, thank you all you guys for tuning in. I hope I got to answer as many questions as I could. It's just getting hard. It gets harder when the more people in here with the comments and stuff. I'm sure you guys understand, but much love, much respect. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Videos dropping every day as always. But yeah, as I said, live on Wednesday, we'll try the live one out. And if we're live on Friday, it will be at 6 p.m. Much love, guys. You guys are absolute legend. I couldn't do this without you guys. You guys make all this real. And yeah, much love to you all. I'm doing the fat finger hearts. That's me. All right, guys. Much love, much respect. See you all in tomorrow night's video, on the premiere of tomorrow night's video. Much love. Let's go. Let's go.